My name is Adam Frecking, and I am the CEO.
Hello, I'm Alan Calvi, Chief Operating Officer for the Left Lane Loitering Camera Company.
My name is Kelly House, and I am the CMO.
Hi, I'm Brittany Barbnay, and I am the Chief Financial Officer.
Product, the left lane loitering camera, warns drivers when they've been driving in the left lane for too long via a dashboard indicator and a repetitive audio chime. In states and cities where left lane loitering is illegal, our product can help reduce the chances of receiving a ticket for this type of violation. The problem that we're trying to solve here is traffic congestion. In big cities such as Chicago or Dallas, where traffic congestion is a daily problem, we believe that our product can help. Maybe the driver just doesn't know that left lane loitering is illegal because they haven't been educated properly. We believe that our product can help solve some of these problems and lower traffic congestion. Like we said, it's a dashboard indicator and a repetitive audio chime, perhaps similar to that of a seatbelt indicator that doesn't shut off until you put your seatbelt on. In cities such as Chicago or the state of Indiana, this violation can receive a fine of anywhere from $500 to $1,000, and even with multiple offenses, you can start to receive a misdemeanor for this type of violation. With this technology distributed across the nation, we believe that we can lower traffic congestion due to left lane loitering.
All right, so on to industry and market sizing. As you may know, the auto parts industry accounts for about 3.6% of the global manufacturing industry. Further diversifying this, we like to separate that out into about 3 tiers to better understand the industry. Tier 1 being direct OEM suppliers, Tier 2 being suppliers of Tier 1, so that's more consumable parts, manufacturing equipment and products, more finished products. And then we get to Tier 3. And Tier 3 is, for the most part, raw inputs and materials to the Tier 2 suppliers. So these are the furthest down on the supply chain. And try to shoot for Tier 2 and Tier 1 suppliers for our left lane loitering camera. So now I'd like to take a second to review our business model. Essentially how we work our way up the customer food chain. Now, throughout this process, I think we've identified we'd like to start with auto parts stores. So those will be our first venue for selling the left lane loitering camera. As we go through the auto parts store, I think our second step is moving on to dealerships and install services. It sells the product as part of a kind of a safety package upgrade that any consumer can elect to add to their vehicle. Our final step, our in-state goal that we'd like to get to is direct OEM sales. So that would entail product inclusion in the initial stages and planning of the OEMs, probably starting with some of the higher priced luxury vehicles like Lexus, BMW, Mercedes, those sorts of brands that typically afford to do some of these additional safety features. To get there, we have to have a proven product performance as generated from auto parts stores and dealership sales, as well as time to scale our production capacity. So getting to the OEM sale level takes a big commitment, it takes a lot of infrastructure, and we want to make sure that when we do get there, we're able to consistently deliver a product that meets the user's needs.
I'm going to talk to you a little bit about where we see our competition and sustainable advantage. We think that we have an advantage over other companies because of the low-cost patent technology we are using in our camera. Our competition we see being the left lane departure warning technology, lane keep assistant technology, and many high-end cars that are having cameras, backup cameras, and sensors that allow the cars to be able to have convenience features and safety features, like Mercedes, BMW, and Lexus. Now let's talk about marketing and sales. By looking at product purchases and vehicle usage and interests, companies can then identify the segments that are likely to be their core customers. Understanding the needs of these key consumers can help each business better serve its customers. We believe that expanding opportunities may exist with customers a business hadn't previously targeted. Our secondary segments come from recognizing the different needs and interests of consumers. An aftermarket company may be able to tailor services to a wider variety of customers. Each business's target segments may show that owners of vehicles it doesn't currently support have similar needs or interests in the company's product types. We think that consumer needs and benefits, along with interests and hobbies, can point to refined and targeted messaging that will resonate with a company's customers. For marketing, we think that purchase and research sites, hobbies and interests, and vehicle usage can be used to refine marketing strategies and advertising channels. With product development, we see vehicle usage, interests and hobbies, and parts purchase patterns can speak ideas for new products, line extensions, feature enhancements, and cross-selling opportunities for target consumers.
With any startup, there are some initial funding requirements that are needed to meet the product design and production to start a business. That's why we come to you, the investors, to see if we can get that funding. Startup costs, we have figured out that with marketing and development, initial inventory, prototype, software, and all those requirements that are listed, we're looking at a startup cost of $345,000. Now, with that initial cost, we have milestones that we want to meet. We're wanting to be able to have the prototype and the software completed by the end of the first month, and by the end of the second month, sales starts. We also want to make sure that by the end of the first month that we have signed 3 contracts with local Oklahoma dealerships to install at least 200 cameras in the first year to be able to sell to customers after month 3. Break-even point after month 17, which would be 15 months after starting production and sales. Now, with financial forecasts into what we hope in the future, we're going to sell the product at $1,500 in years 1 and 2. After year 2, we'll sell them for $1,440 because by then demand will have increased, and we're going to have to increase our capacity and hire new sales personnel in years 2, 3, and 5. With the success of the company, we're looking at a possibility of mass production capacity of 7,500 camera units by year 7. We're looking at a high return on your investment.